It's a new year and this is my first video this year, so I guess it's safe to say Happy New Year to you guys. I wish you a fruitful and a prosperous year. So today's talk will be quite insightful and probably shocking to some persons. Well, because it came to me as a shock also. And I decided to make some researches and bring it to you, my followers. My subscribers. Yes, and for whoever is going to be searching out this, I guess you'd find this very useful and insightful also. So I stumbled upon a post on Instagram by Tito the writer. That's a IG handle, Tito the writer, and it was talking about how she could not have sex for more than a month, even though she was married as a virgin. And I was like, I mean, how can you wait till your wedding night only for you to discover that you cannot have sex? Oh Jesus. I was totally shocked, because I feel everybody thinks that if you are waiting till you get married before you have sex, there's this anticipation now, my wedding night is going to be, this one, that one, and only for you to just discover that you cannot have sex. It's not like you don't want to have sex, you just can't have sex. Why would such a thing happen? And she got married as a virgin. So I just read through her post and I came across some things that really got me wondering, and I decided to make more researches on it and talk about it. So according to her, she was diagnosed with, it's a condition called it's a condition called vaginismus. So vaginismus is the body's automatic reaction to fear of some or all type of vaginal penetration. So that was what this lady was suffering from, and she could not her husband could not have sex with her because she was suffering from this condition. I think it's a condition of the mind. So let me break it down. It's like you want to have sex now, your husband wants to have sex with you, and the walls of your vagina just closes, it cringes, and it just shuts down. You can imagine the mental stress, the distress this lady would have been in. I used to know that people saying virgins used to have painful sex on their first day of having sex. I know that could be as a result of the hymen stretching or the hymen breaking, and afterwards it's supposed to be a smooth experience. But in this case, it is not so. It is either the lady cannot even, of course it happens to women alone, of course. So it's either the woman in question cannot even have sex at all, there is no way you cannot just have sex at all, or they have painful sex. So while I was reading through this lady's post, she made mention of the fact that at the point she had to visit a gynecologist, and when she got to the gynecologist's place, what he asked her was, for how long have you and your spouse been together? And when she answered 2 years, I think she said 2 years and 8 months, the gynecologist just looked at her in a disdainful manner and said, so you guys have been together for almost 3 years and you did not have sex? And it was not making her feel like what she did was wrong. Getting married as a virgin, it made her feel like getting married as a virgin is a wrong thing. And I was wondering, because initially I thought that, okay, let me not jump before, let's just go step by step. So I was wondering, is it not supposed to be the right thing? So why, even if she's keeping herself upside down, why does she have to face this particular condition? And the gynecologist was like, so we that we are doing it, we are sinners, Abby. So it made her feel, I feel like if I was in her shoes, it would make anybody feel bad, that you're making me feel bad that I did right. I mean, it's not even funny at all. And I just kept wondering, what happened to the Bible verse that said that we should not have sex before marriage? Why does this thing have to happen to her after keeping God's commandments? Why does it have to happen to her? Then I talked with some persons, and I was just wondering, and I talked with some persons, both males and male and females, and someone actually told me that this condition happens to virgins alone. And I was like, no, 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 that cannot be true. It cannot be true. So guys, I had to go and make my researches very well, and I discovered that this condition is that lack of penetration or painful sex, or whatever form this vaginismus comes in, doesn't happen to virgins alone. It can actually happen to anybody, in as much as you're a female. It's more of a thing of the mind. It's more of a mental condition. So it can actually happen to anybody. And I made my researches. I saw that there are actually two types of this vaginismus. There is the primary vaginismus and there is the secondary vaginismus. Now, the primary vaginismus is when a woman has painful sex. This, like, whenever she has sex, she's always in pains, or whenever she has penetrative sex, or when she's unable to insert anything at all into her vagina, including tampons. There is something called tampons that women use for menstruations. If she cannot even insert that inside her vagina, it's also a sign of primary vaginismus. Secondary vaginismus is also known as acquired vaginismus, and it can actually happen to anybody, like any female. It can happen to someone that has had painless sex before. It just becomes suddenly impossible for the woman to have a smooth sex session, or it becomes impossible for her to have penetrative sex all of a sudden. From my research, I discovered that it is actually not virgins alone that this condition happens to. So please, 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 and please, whoever it is that's been carrying news up and down that vaginismus happens to virgins alone, please discard it, remove that fear from your mind. According to what I've browsed out on, and according to what I've researched, if you actually have this condition, even if you decide to have sex before marriage, you're still going to encounter that problem. Is it that you still encounter the impossibility of a penetrative sex happening, or you encounter painful sex? So please, if you're a virgin and you really want to keep it that way, which is according to God's principle, please keep it that way. Don't let anybody talk you into doing what you don't want to do, because you don't want to experience sex, you don't want to experience pain on your wedding night. It doesn't happen to virgins alone, it happens to anybody. It can actually happen to anybody, and most women actually suffer from this, but not everybody is bold enough to come out and say, oh, this is what I'm passing through. So the speculations that it's only virgins it happens to is wrong. The word of God, which says do not have sex before marriage, is still very valid and still very intact. If you are no longer a virgin and you feel bad about it, or you feel like you feel useless, or you feel like you don't because you're not a virgin, you're not worth it, that's not true. It's not true. God actually still loves you, and God can use anybody He wants to use. So you can actually start your abstinence from now. You can actually stop from now. You can start celibacy, and you are still very, very important to God, and God still loves you just the way you are. Okay, like I said earlier, this condition is actually more of the mind. It's more of what's going on in your mind. It's more of a mental condition. So it happens to people that feel like their vagina is too small. It happens to people that have a bad first sexual experience. It happens to people that believe that sex is shameful or wrong. Okay, imagine you've always been of the mindset that sex is shameful or wrong since, and you decided to keep your virginity, and on your wedding night you're not still carrying that mindset. I mean, I just feel it's more of a mind conditioning that can be changed. So according to what I browsed out, according to my researches, according to the lady's post that I saw on Instagram, that's Tito the writer, I discovered that she actually went for a surgery, but even the surgery did not work. And what later worked for was what she termed as calculated breath. So I don't know, but it's still a thing of the mind. And she had to just accept the fact that okay, now she's married, her husband is part of her, and her husband doesn't want to harm her. And she started, and it was working for her. It was working for her, and all of a sudden she's over with it. Now she can have sex with her husband. It didn't just come easily at once, but with time she was able to overcome it. So please, there are actually solutions to it. Sometimes surgery works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you just need to visit a therapist, a sexual therapist. If you know anyone that has this condition, please tell them it's not a shameful thing. It's not the work of the devil. It's not anything. It's just a thing of the mind. I feel if they are able to visit a therapist, a sexual therapist, or visit the hospital, or probably they require surgery also, it will definitely go. If you have anything at all to say about this video, please drop it in the comment box below. I would really love to hear you people's view. If you know someone, if you have anything you want to share, if you know someone overcame it, please, 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 and please drop it in the comment box below. Anything at all you'd love to say, please, I want to see it in the comment box below. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. Your subscribe will go a long way. It's really go a long way, and I hope I've been able to enlighten you guys on what this condition is. It's not sex is not meant to be painful, and yes, sex is not meant to be painful. So in case you're experiencing anything like that as a married person, it's high time you visit the hospital. Okay guys, that will be the end of the video for today. Please like my video, share, and subscribe to this channel. Till I see you guys next time. Bye bye.